Jake here for American Trucks. In this video, we're taking a look at these switchback sequential projector headlights with matte black housings and clear lenses, fitting 2010 to 2018 Ram 2500s with the factory halogen headlights. These lights are a great way for heavy-duty Ram owners to get a significant upgrade over their factory halogens. Whether your headlights are looking a bit worse for wear, or if you just want to ditch those factory halogens for better lighting output, these are going to make a serious improvement for an affordable price. Though these look similar to the newer headlights that you can get on Rams, they're not quite the same, but they do certainly make a big difference to the front end of your truck. Visually, the matte black internal housings make for a cool, stealthy appearance, but there's more to these than just those visuals. Inside, you get these two large projectors that serve as your main and high beams. The outer one is the low beam, the inner one is your high beam. Projectors are great because they provide a vastly improved light beam versus standard halogens, while still utilizing a standard type of bulb, so replacements are easy to get and they're very budget friendly. The light itself here is going to be bright and clean, and they cast much further up the road as compared to the standard halogens. So these are going to make it much easier to see at night too, making your truck safer for you and other motorists out on the road. Outside of the projectors, you also get these cool LED strips along the top and bottom of the housings. And those are going to function as your daytime running lights, where they light up in white, but also as your turn signals, which are sequential and are going to light up the requisite amber. And there's one more trick here too. Now you can all make fun of my age here, but if you were a fan of the show Knight Rider, you're going to like the breathing effect that these do when you start the truck up as well, because it can't help but remind me of Kit from that show. It's a neat thing to see, and it sets these apart from some of the other options out there. Now these lights are also DOT and SAE compliant, making them fully street legal, so you get some cool style, greatly improved lighting output, and a pretty decent price as well. Construction is your standard polypropylene for the housings with a UV coated polycarbonate for the lenses, and everything here is sealed up to protect against weather, dirt, and water, so they should look good and perform well for a while. Now since these are DOT and SAE approved, that also means that you've got integrated adjusters in the back, and these are pretty much wired up and ready to go, making them a plug and play installation, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. First, let's talk about the price. Coming in at about $575, these are on the more affordable side when it comes to upgraded lighting setups for this gen of Ram. Now, $575 is not exactly a drop in the bucket, but if you want that improved style and lighting output in a quality setup, well, these are going to be a good answer for you. They may be more than slapping a pair of upgraded bulbs in your factory housings, but the results in the style are definitely going to make up for the cost savings by going that route. Installation is going to come in at a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter and should take you about an hour to complete. Now for the most part, these are going to be plug and play. You're going to go right in place of your factory lights. All the connectors are really done right here and ready to go for you. Nothing extraneous for you to do. Not much more we can say about it here, so with that, why don't we head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through the process.
For this install, you will need a ratchet, 10mm socket, and a clip removal tool. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing some headlights on our Ram, but before we get started, we're going to send you to watch a short video on how to remove your factory headlights, and we'll see you when you get back.
So our first step is to remove all of the push clips that are holding in our upper radiator cover. So I've got a clip remover tool to pop these out. So now we can start from the edge and work our way across, popping out our clips. And then with all of our clips removed, that'll expose these 4 bolts that hold in the top of our grill. So we'll grab a 10mm socket to pop these out. And now with the 4 bolts removed off the top of our grill, we can pull straight back to remove it. Now with our grill removed, we can remove these 2 10mm bolts that hold in the inside of our headlight. So we'll grab a 10mm socket and get these out. So next we can come down into our fender liner. We have this little access door here that we're gonna pop open. Now inside towards the fender, there's gonna be a white clip that we're gonna have to push up on. It's gonna be really hard to see from this angle, but I'll show you from the front once we get our headlight out. So we'll just reach in there, push up on that tab, and that'll free our headlight. And now once we release our tab, we have one more silver 10mm bolt here that we need to remove. So I'll grab that 10mm socket to get that out. So now with all of our bolts removed and our tab released, we can pull back on the headlight to remove it. And then we'll just disconnect our electrical harnesses. Pull back on our red tab, and then push in on our black to remove that. And then over here, pull out on the white, push in on the black to remove that. And now this is that white tab we were showing you. This is the open position where you can slide this little notch in there. And then when you pull it down, it locks that into place. So now once we have this headlight removed, we can do the same thing on the other side.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Now that we've shown you how to remove your factory setup, we're gonna need to swap over one thing from our factory housing to our new setup. And that's gonna be this bulb and socket right here. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a quarter turn counterclockwise, pop that out of our factory housing. We're actually gonna remove this bulb from the socket. Now, if you wanna save this bulb, you definitely wanna wear gloves or grab a rag or something, because the oils on your fingers will cause hot spots on the bulb and that will cause premature failure. For demonstration purposes, we're not worried about ours, so we're just gonna pop that right out of there, set that aside. And we're gonna come to our new unit here. We're gonna find this connector, yellow and white wires. We're gonna plug that right into our socket. And we can tuck these wires back in. We'll get this seated. That is a little snug from the factory. We'll find our seat here. Once that's all the way in, we'll give it a quarter turn clockwise and lock it into place. Now you can go ahead and do the same thing for your other headlight, and we'll be ready to go ahead onto the truck. So now we can go ahead and get our headlight plugged in and set into place. So this connector is gonna go right back into that factory one here. Clip that in. Now that we have that secured, we'll go ahead and push that red safety tab back in. We'll grab our other connector here and plug that right back in. Make sure that snaps into place. Push that gray safety tab down. And we'll go ahead, set our headlight in. Make sure you line up those locators on the back of the headlight. Go ahead and pop that into place. Make sure that's nice and secure. Then we'll go ahead and reinstall our hardware here. We'll grab our black 10mm bolt for our upper mount here. That one started. And our longer gray one for our bottom mount. And we'll go ahead and grab our 10mm socket on our ratchet and tighten these down. Now that we have those in, we'll go ahead and reach through that trap door in our wheel well and lock that rear tab down. So now we'll reach right back up in there and go ahead and lock that white tab into place. Make sure that's nice and secure down there. And then close that trap door back up. Then once you have it done for this side, you can go ahead and repeat these same steps for the other headlight. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our switchback sequential projector headlights with matte black housings and clear lenses for your 10 to 18 Ram 2500 with factory halogen headlights. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.